going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Jane aka Crystal. Today we are rebuilding the New York Jets. I was about to say Cleveland Browns. And we got Zach Wilson. Same video idea, just like with Trevor Lawrence. We're just gonna rebuild the Jets with Zach Wilson and see if we can keep him around, and hopefully we don't have to trade him or cut him, you know. And we surround him with the best pieces possible. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. Alright, so this is what the team looks like. This is obviously after all their free agency additions in the draft. So we got Zach Wilson, Tico, Michael Carter. Running backs aren't too crazy. We have Kai Becton, though, who's a pretty good left tackle. They did draft Elijah Vera Tucker. And I'm pretty sure they were close to signing Morgan Moses. So that's something I'm definitely going to sign. Jameson Crowder actually has superstar development. He's been very consistent for them. And he's only 27. So hopefully we can he can ball out for us. And we also have Keelan Cole Sr. Middle linebackers aren't too great, though, so I think that's a position we got to address. But their D-line is pretty solid, though, considering they have Sheldon Rankins, Florenzo Fatukasi, Quinnen Williams, Carl Lawson, Vinny Curry, John Franklin Myers. Corners definitely need some help, but the safeties are pretty good. So what I'm going to do here is see if we're going to sign Morgan Moses, of course, because I'm pretty sure they did sign him, or they were close to reaching a deal with him. But I'm just going to sign him just because, why not? And we have a lot of cap room available. And I'm going to leave the team just like this. Signing a middle linebacker wouldn't be too bad. I think I'll do that as well. Because, why not? We could sign someone not too crazy. We could sign like Jake Ryan. I feel like that'd be a solid pickup to help out depth for the team. So we pick up Jake Ryan. And, yeah. So let's sim through the preseason just so we make sure they don't cut players that we want to keep. Obviously, we lost in the preseason. Why wouldn't we lose? But, yeah, so let's simulate again. We won against the Lions. Our tight ends aren't too crazy, though. So that's something we definitely probably going to have to look at as well. So we have to cut 17 players. Thomas Hennessy, we definitely don't need him. Connor McDermott, we definitely don't need him either. Corey Levin, definitely don't need him. We don't need these backup guards. Bennett Jackson, we don't need this backup safety. Austin Walter, we can move him to the practice squad. Lamar Jackson, I actually really like him a lot. But he's 62 overall, so we're going to put him in the practice squad. Tanzel Smart, I'm going to keep him because we need depth at the D-tackle position. Lawrence Cager, I'm going to move him to the practice squad. Daniel Brown. We have 5 active tight ends. He's a 64 overall, so we're going to let him go. Justin Harden Sr., we don't need him either. Vincent Smith is 24. We'll let him hit the practice squad. Jeff Smith, we'll let him hit the practice squad as well. Sharif Finch, we'll let him hit the practice squad. Josh Malone, we don't get anything for him, so we're going to let him go. Josh Adams is a running back. He's our 4th running back on the depth chart. We're going to keep him around. We don't need Chuma Edoja, so we're going to move him to the practice squad. Bryce Huff, we'll move him to the practice squad. Kyle Phillips is 23, move him to the practice squad. Ryan Griffin, I guess we'll keep him since he's our 3rd tight end. Braxton Berrios, we're going to keep him as well. Vinny Curry, we have 4, he's our 3rd left end. Wow. I'll keep him considering that we need him on the team. Tico's our 1st running back, so I don't know why I'd say for us to cut him. So Braxton's not going in the practice squad. Ryan Griffin's not moving. I guess we'll have to just move Ryan Griffin, I guess. Okay, so those are all the players we cut. All the moves we made to make that 53-man roster. Tico's going to be our starting running back, so that's going to be fun. We got one new injury as well. CJ Mosley. Oh, that is right. That's our middle linebacker. He's out. And Josh Doxson's out as well. So we're going to set up the settings really quick. So we finished off the preseason going 3-1. So we're gonna set a season goal. Hopefully we can get 7 wins, so that because I think we finished 2-14 as well. So I want to make sure we get that, just so we're cooling, you know, an upgrade from last year. I don't expect us to make the playoffs, but with the first year we're just gonna sim right through. This is what the offense looks like. Tyler Kroft is our starting tight end. We have the rookies and Mekhi Becton and Elijah Vera Tucker at the guard. And then offensive line is pretty solid. We got Morgan Moses at right tackle. Receivers are pretty good too, so we're gonna have to see how they perform. Our scheme fit is 80%. Let's see if maybe if we change it up, if it goes from an 80, something higher than an 80. We got vertical zone run, which is an 84. And then 3-4 under, we got Tampa 2. Quarters 4-3. Our D tackles wouldn't really be able to do anything with that. But 4-6 defense, 95%. So we're gonna go to 4-6 defense. Hopefully that helps us out. Just to make sure that the scheme runs perfectly. Defense. This is what the D line looks like. Pretty solid. Both our D tackles will definitely get in the game and help out Carl Lawson and Vinny Curry. And then we got Quinnen Williams and John Franklin Myers. Pretty good D line. Linebackers are pretty straight, not the best. We have Jake Ryan leading the way and Patrick Nwanasoor. Safeties are good. Corners, we do need to upgrade, but we're not going to worry about that. We're going to worry about that in the off season. So let's simulate to the end of the season and see how well we perform. So we actually ended up making the playoffs, going 8-8. And we actually, it looks like we won our division as well, considering that the Bengals have to come play us. So we went 8-8, won the division. The division was very bad this year as the Dolphins went 7-9, Patriots went 7-9, and the Bills went 6-10. So our offense was 16th in the NFL. Zach Wilson was 6th in passing yards, and our defense was 6th. So we had a top tier defense. Zach Wilson's first year, 28 touchdowns, 14 picks, 90.1 passer rating. Running backs didn't really do too much. Receiving, Jamison Crowder, of course, 8. He had 1,300 yards, 11 TDs. Corey Davis, 954 yards, 7 TDs. Keelan Cole, pretty solid. Elijah Moore definitely needs more touches. Defense. So Sheldon Rankins at 4.5 sacks. John Franklin Myers at 4.5. Quinnen Williams at 4. Patrick Nwanasoor at 3.5. Blake Cashman at 3. Carl Lawson at 3. So we had a lot of sacks overall with the defense, but not like some eye-popping. But we had a lot of interceptions. Bryce Hall with 5. Marcus May with 3. Nwanasoor with 2. Lamarcus Joyner with 2. Bless Swan Austin with 2. And Jake Ryan with 1. So that's pretty nice to see. And Jameson will unlock the new ability. If you look at the playoff bracket, so Ravens were the number 1 seed, Jaguars were the number 2. Nice to see. So we were the 3rd seed, of course. And let's see what the overalls look like now for our guys. So Zach Wilson's an 80 now. Jameson Crowder's an 87. Elijah Moore is definitely going to get more touches soon. Mekhi Becton's an 85, but he's goated, of course. And Elijah Vera Tucker is pretty good as well. Defense. D-line's pretty stout, pretty solid. Corners definitely need to upgrade. But Son Austin did have a good year, though. So let's see how we perform in the playoffs. I don't expect us to go too far, but let's see. First week, so we ended up losing to the Bengals, 21-7. You know, didn't expect to make the playoffs, so that's pretty good, considering we got our contract extended. And let's see how that game went as we lost to the Bengals. So Joe Burrow threw 1 touchdown and got sacked twice. Zach Wilson threw 258 yards, 1 TD, and got sacked 3 times. He had a 95.5 passer rating. Rushing, they were all over us running the ball from the looks of it. Yeah, Joe Mixon killed us. Receiving, Jamison Crowder did his thing, of course. So Jamison Crowder definitely needs that extension. And Trey Hendrickson killed us, Ricardo Allen, Vinny Curry. So it was overall a pretty even game. It was probably just about coaching and time management, so that's what got us. So that's very interesting. But their run game is what killed us, but we could obviously do better. So let's sim to the Super Bowl. All right, so the Super Bowl this year is the Chiefs and the Cowboys. So the Chiefs are the 4th seed, and the Cowboys are the 4th seed as well. So 2 4-seeders made it all the way to the Super Bowl. Very interesting. Let's see who takes the dub here. So the Cowboys end up losing to the Chiefs, 28-31. Ryan Tannehill won MVP. Blake Martinez won Defensive Player of the Year. Justin Fields won Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Isaiah Simmons won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Nice. So we have 12 players ready to negotiate with us. We have Marcus May, our strong safety, our go-to strong safety. I think we definitely got to re-sign him. He's pretty good for us. We get him back. Patrick Nwanasoor is turning 29, so I think we'll let him go. Javelin Guidry is a depth corner, so we'll sign him. Josh Doxson didn't do much. Morgan Moses is old now, and if we gave him a 1-year deal, it would be fine. You know, let's give him a 1-year deal just to keep him around. Yo, he has a big gut. He's not interested in signing, so we're gonna have to let him go. All these other guys, though, I think we're just gonna let them walk. Yeah, we're gonna let all these other guys walk, but Josh Doxson didn't do much, so we're gonna let him go. Of course, we re-signed Guidry and Patrick Nwanasoor. I don't think I want to keep him on the team, so I think we'll just cut him. We'll just cut Patrick Nwanasoor. I do want to cut C.J. Mosley, but he's injured, so we wouldn't gain anything from cutting him. And Same thing with Patrick Montesor. Morgan Moses, we'll save like $4 million if we release him. So that's what we'll do. Make some cap room. Anyone else that we would have to get rid of? From the looks of it, no one that we would lose money from. So Jake Ryan as well, we're not re-signing him. So he was there to help us out, and that's all he did, help us out. So, and T. Cole, I definitely want to move on from him, or at least get a better running back. You know, someone to just help hold it down. Greg Van Roten is a backup, and he's taking $3 million. Yeah, you're out of your mind. You got to be gone too. I just saw someone whose like savings was like $7 million. Until they add in, like, hopefully in next year's Madden, I did see they're changing the franchise up, so I think tomorrow morning they're going to have, like, an in-depth look at that franchise, so that's going to be pretty good. I think I'm going to take a look at it, so hopefully they do some drastic changes, but hopefully they let you, like, restructure people's contracts. That'd be amazing. Yeah, like, George Font, like, we'd save $5 million from cutting him. Like, we'd have to get a new right tackle, of course, but that's something we definitely got to do. So as we advance to next week, this first week of, free agency, we have $60 million available. One thing for sure is that we need to sign a right tackle, no matter old or young, just so we have that depth there. So Elijah Wilkinson will be our guy, just in case. Left end is good. D tackle is good. Right end is good. The left outside linebacker is Blake Cashman. Middle linebacker is just C.J. Mosley and Gerard Davis, I believe. I think that's how you say his name. Right outside linebacker, we could sign KJ Wright to help us out, but he will cost some bread. So I think we could sign someone like Darren Lee just for depth purposes. I think he was a former whatchamacallit, Jet as well. And there's no good corners available, like good young corners. We got Rasul Douglas, so we'll sign him. And then we're going to cut LaMarcus Joyner as he's 30 years old. And at safety, we could sign Tedrick Thompson, the backup Ashton Davis. We'll sign him to back up. And kicker, punter is fine. So let's see if we release, what's his name, LaMarcus Joyner, if we would get any money for that. What the cap would be looking like. Okay, so we would take a penalty. So we're going to have to keep LaMarcus Joyner. That's fine. Now, hopefully we could draft someone that's pretty solid, though. So we got Tedrick Thompson, Rasul Douglas, Darren Lee, and Elijah Wilkinson. So we short up the depth. So let's sim to the draft, as there isn't anything else I'd really. Let's start drafting. We have the 19th pick in the draft. Let's sim to our pick. With the 19th pick in the draft, we go with anything here. Anything would work here. I think we should go for a cornerback. We have Deion Paul. He's 6'3". He's an early first rounder. There's also Trey Reed, who's a late first rounder. And I think it's best if we go with Deion Paul. 75 overall. Will be a starter off rip. And we also have another first round pick at pick 30. So I did not know that until now. So let's see who else is on the market. We could get a left outside linebacker in Miles Brewer. So we can shore up the linebacker position. We could get a right outside linebacker, Bobby White or John Dillard, early first rounder. Or we could go left outside linebacker in Miles Brewer or Dean McCants. Or we could get Taj Alexander in the second round. Let's see. Honestly, we'll go with John Dillard. He's an early first rounder. We'll pick him up. 76 overall. Pretty solid. With our next pick in the draft, we're in round 2 now. Left outside linebacker Taj Alexander is there, of course, so we could get him, but let's see what else is available. Maybe a D tackle, no one. Wow. Right end, we have Jaquan Cormier, and we also have no one at left end. Right tackle, there's no good right tackles available. Right guard, there's none. Center, there's none. Left guard, we do have Paul Russell, and left tackle, there's no one. So Paul Russell's a mid-second rounder. We're going to pick him up. He's 70 overall. Good depth, good value. And then, since there's no one else I'd really want, we're going to sim to the end of the draft. We're going to have the draft recap. So we ended up drafting receiver in Juan Chamberlain and Deanna and Lawrence McLean. We got Pemberton, a wide receiver again, a D tackle, middle linebacker, and another D tackle. So we addressed a lot of the depth, I guess. And we get to upgrade these players now. Vinny Curry is now 71 overall. I'm definitely releasing him. Vinny Curry, I'm sorry, but you gotta go. You gotta go. Vinny Curry. I'll take the penalty for him. Actually, no. We'll keep him for depth. We'll keep him for depth. Why not? So if we look at the offense, we still need a running back, which I totally forgot about. Keelan Cole Sr., I might get rid of him as well because I want to develop these other guys. And we need a right tackle. I think I might trade Alex Lewis for a right tackle. And I'm going to sign a running back. We can sign Todd Gurley to help out with Tico. But I think next, or this upcoming offseason, we got to definitely address the running back position. But let's trade one of our guards for a right tackle. I think that's the best bet here. At left guard, we have Elijah Vera-Tucker, Alex Lewis. So Alex Lewis is $7 million. I think we could get a right tackle from somewhere. Definitely for Alex Lewis. I guess his value is not there. So what I'm going to do, I guess, is trade a second round or a third rounder for a young right tackle. I think that could work. Wait, we have 2 firsts. Wow, we do. So young right tackle for, a young right tackle for a third rounder. Let's see what we can find here. Caleb McGarry, Mike McGlinchey, Dennis Kelly, Juwan Taylor, Taylor Decker, and Tyler Crosby. Tyler Crosby's only 25. Packers assigned Morgan Moses, Terry Moen, Alex Leatherwood, Rob Abenstein, Villanueva, Ramczyk, Schwartz, Titus Howard, and Rick Wagner, Jermaine Fetty. Brian O'Neill could work. Charles was accepted, so we just got Brian O'Neill. Third for Brian O'Neill. I don't think that was too bad. And CJ Mosley is back from injury, so we have our middle linebacker now. So we have Brian O'Neill at right tackle. So we just solidified that position. Elijah Wilkinson's now the backup. We could sign a tight end as well. I want to release Keelan Cole Sr. Linebackers, I like them. We have Dillard, Cashman, pretty solid. And at corner, we gotta definitely start someone. We gotta definitely start him somewhere. Let's see what we're gonna do here. We're gonna fix up the depth chart, and yeah, let's start off with the depth chart first. Running back is fine. Fullback is fine. Receivers, definitely want Elijah Moore up, and Denzel Mims. Tight end is whatever. Right guard is Elijah Vera-Tucker. We got Paul Russell here. Elijah Vera-Tucker is going to start here. Left guard, we're going to have Alex Lewis start. And we're going to have Paul Russell be the backup. Right tackle is O'Neal. Left end is Quinnen Williams. Right end is Carl Lawson. D tackles are whatever, not the best. Left side is fine. So we got CJ Mosley back now, and he's going to be with Gerard Davis, so that's good. We have John Dillard too. Corners, I definitely want DePaul to start. So I'm going to put Rizzo Douglas over there. And safeties are fine as well. And I'm going to sign a tight end. Hopefully there's someone available. Tyler Eifert and Cameron Brate. Yeah, there's no one really of value. So let's sim so we make sure they don't cut certain players. Zach Wilson is now an 80. That's good to see. Advance to next week. Upgrade Denzel Mims. He's been getting his touches. Let's advance to next week again. We have to cut 14 players, and we're facing the 0-3 Chiefs. Upgrade all of our guys. One new injury report. Ashton Davis tore his quad, so that's why we signed Tedrick Thompson. He's going to have to help us out. Austin Waller, or Walter, we'll move him to, he's 25. We'll move him to the practice squad. Dante Morant, definitely move him to the practice squad. Nate Pratt, definitely move to the practice squad. Adonis Ray, move to practice squad. Lamar Jackson, definitely move to practice squad. Lawrence Cager, move to practice squad. Deshaun Phillips, move to practice squad. LaMichael Pirine, move to practice squad. Sheriff Finch. Vincent Smith, I'm going to cut. Lawrence McClain, I think. We're going to move him to practice squad. DeAndre Walker, move him to practice squad. Josh Adams, we're going to end up cutting. Jeff Smith will end up cutting as well. Braxton Berrios. Oh, Keelan Cole Sr. is definitely someone I'm cutting. And boom. We made those moves. As hard as it was, we had to do it. So we won that. We're going to start our season goal. Since we made the playoffs last year, let's say our goal is to make the playoffs again. And Jaguars signed Lawrence McClain from our practice squad. I knew I should have just kept him as a starter or as a backup. I knew I messed up there, but that's fine. Brian O'Neill, our right tackle, is ready to negotiate. He wants a light deal, so we're gonna re-sign him early, just so we don't have to deal with it later on. So we get him back. We get him back for another 2 years. We have 3 whole seasons with him, and this is what the team looks like right before we sim through the second season. Todd Gurley, I forgot, is our guy. We got Elijah Moore as our new third receiver. Offensive line is pretty solid, and defense is pretty solid as well. So this should be a better second year than the first year. So let's into the playoffs and see how well we do. But we didn't end up making the playoffs this year. We ended up going 7-9. So kind of a down year. We finished off worse than the year before, but it's not too bad considering that we went 8-8 and then 7-9. So not too bad. Playoff bracket. Jaguars are the #1 seed. The Bills made it out of our division. Okay. Pretty interesting. We have some work to do. But let's see how we did statistically. Our offense was 22nd, so I guess our offense took a step down. And our defense was 27th. So Zach Wilson threw 32 touchdowns, 15 picks, 99.4 passer rating, so a better year than last year. Running backs still need some work, of course. Jamison Crowder went insane. He had 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns. Corey Davis, 834 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tyler Kroft played pretty solid as well. And then Elijah Moore played pretty well. Defense, C.J. Mosley came in, had 7 sacks, led the team in tackles, and had 2 picks. He led the team in sacks, which is really nice. And Blesson Austin had 6 picks. So Blesson Austin has been playing pretty well. He's getting a lot of interceptions. So I think the defense is really helping him out. Super Bowl this year is Cowboys-Bengals. So Bengals, 7th seed, made it all the way to the Super Bowl as they're facing the 6th-seeded Cowboys. Wow. So, let's see who takes that dub. So the Bengals end up beating the Cowboys as the Cowboys lose another Super Bowl. Joe Burrow wins MVP. Aaron Rodgers wins MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Pretty interesting to see. We have some retirements. Quinnen Williams back from injury. I want to see the overalls of our guys really quick. So Zach Wilson's in 83 now. TG and Tevin Coleman are both leaving. Jameson Crowder's in 88. Corey Davis is in 88. Kai Becton is injured, so it's not a fun sight. Brian O'Neill, we definitely had him re-signed. Dillard is an 81, and he's a superstar, so that's a great pickup for us. C.J. Mosley had a solid year, but I think we got to let him go as well. And Blesson Austin definitely needs to start. We're going to definitely cut LaMarcus Joyner. So let's see what players we want to cut first. I think C.J. Mosley is going to be one of those guys we definitely let go. Carl Lawson hasn't done much, but we're still going to keep him around. Zach Wilson, we're keeping around. C.J. Mosley, we're going to definitely save a lot of money getting rid of him. So he played well for us. I think his market is still pretty high, so that's fine. Sheldon Rankins hasn't done much, but we're going to keep him around as he's that depth player. Todd Gurley's gone. Blesson Austin definitely sticking on the team. Todd Gurley's definitely gone, though. Thank you for your services. And same as T. Cole. We just need a running back to pair up with Michael Carter. At fullback, there's nothing. Receivers I'm happy with. So we got to definitely re-sign him. Tight ends, Christopher Herndon's a higher overall than Tyler Kroft. Left tackle is good. Left guard is fine. We have Alex Lewis, though. Alex Lewis is 30 years old already, and he's only 73. That's his peak. So we're gonna let him go. Center, Connor McGovern, he's getting a little old. Right tackle is good as well. Left end is fine. Right end is fine. D tackles are good. Outside linebackers definitely need some assistance. Marcus Joyner, we gotta definitely let him go. He's only getting old. There's nothing really wrong with him. He just got old. So I like our corners right now. And I think I might release Rasul Douglas as well. Blesson Austin and DePaul are gonna be our guys, and that's who I want to work with for sure. So now that we did that, we have 12 players ready to negotiate. Jamison Crowder, great wide receiver 1 for us. We gotta definitely re-sign him. He's been doing his part. Let's re-sign him. We definitely do. John Franklin Myers is a great backup, so I'm gonna sign him. We get him back. We have Folorunso Fatukasi. He's a backup as well, but I want to re-sign him. It's great to have depth on the D-line. Michael Carter, we're re-signing you for sure, considering that you're the youngest back, and it'd be smart to have you. Braxton Berrios hasn't done much, so I'm going to let him go. Christopher Herndon, though, I definitely want to keep, because we're thinking of revamping the tight end crew. Gerard Davis, he hasn't done much, but he's not asking for much either, so we're going to give him that. Tyler Crawford, we're going to let walk. Nathan Shepard, we could draft the D-tackle. Dan Feeney, though, he's asking for a little bit too much. We have Noah Dawkins, who's a backup outside linebacker, so we get him back. And Sam Ficken, we could get a better kicker. So now we have some moves to make. We have some big moves to make. So a free agency, we have $41 million available. Michael Gallup is available. Running backs, we just have Michael Carter, and the running backs here are not too bad, but we could always draft someone. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to definitely draft a running back. Tight ends, we have Hayden Hurst and David Njoku. I'm going to sign David Njoku. I feel like that's going to be a great target for Zach Wilson. And I think David Njoku would also like being on the team. So left guard, we have Elijah Vera Tucker. Center is fine for now. Right guard, we could sign we're gonna have to end up. Hopefully, we could draft someone. So we're gonna sign we're gonna end up having to draft a right tackle or right guard. Left end, we're good. D tackle, we're good as well. We could always sign someone just for competition purposes, like Malcolm Brown. He's asking for $5 million though. Right end, we have Carl Lawson. Left outside is fine. Middle linebackers position, we definitely need to work on as well. Right outside is fine. Cornerbacks are good, I'd say. Got Teron Johnson. You know, he could potentially be something there. But I kind of want to just get someone that's like a lower role than these guys, just to help out, like Isaiah Oliver, I think, or Michael Davis, or Isaac Yiodom, or Cornelder. All right, you know what? Let's get Isaac Yiodom. He has a torn pectoral. I don't want Kevin King. Actually, Kevin King gets a lot of interceptions. So, but we already have a big corner. So, we can get Corn Elder. He's smaller. And he's going to fill in for that LaMarcus Joyner role. So, that should help us out. So, we have Micah Hyde, who's a free safety. He's a free agent, but we don't need to get him. We're just going to sign it back into Tarvarius Moore just to make sure we have that depth. And those are the moves we make. Let's see if we can get David Njoku. That's our biggest signing. Biggest signing of this offseason. So we get Cornelder, Tarvarius Moore, and David Njoku. So we get our new tight end on the block. Big decision, fifth-year options. Quentin Williams, we're definitely going to pick it up. Yes, we do. We'll definitely pick up his option. It is now draft week. We have the 12th pick in the draft. Oh, we have the first pick as well. Wow. Okay. I was not expecting that. We have the first pick in the draft. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to trade backwards. We're going to trade backwards. See if we could trade with the, maybe with, I want to get the most value here. I think Baltimore has the most value here. Same with the Raiders, though. 2022 is a lot of 2022s. 2022, pick 5. Pick 9, pick 19, pick 18, pick 6 in round 2. Okay, so I'm gonna trade back with the Ravens. No, not the Ravens. I just want to pick for next year. That's early. I'm not gonna trade with the Bills. I want a first round pick for this year and next year. So let's see what they got here. We got the first pick of this year, first pick of next year, and a second of this year. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars. I like their offer. So we just traded with the Jaguars. So we just traded back because I don't think we need to address someone that early. So now that we're here at this overall. Oh, damn. This is when they have tight ends, right? Of course. So what we're going to do here. A lot of positions that we could go after. We could go after the right guard position. We have John Jones here, who's a late second rounder. They also have left guards. No one's available, though. At center, we have Will Davidson. He's a mid-first rounder. We're going to draft him because we definitely want Connor McGovern's backup. And with this pick, I think we should move towards the, let's see, the D-tackle position maybe. We have Clyde Huffman, late first rounder. Middle linebacker, we have Timmy Blue. You know, let's draft Timmy Blue. 73 overall. Help out with Gerard Davis. Not too bad. With this pick, with the players they have available, could go D tackle, could go left end, could go right end, of course. Let's go running back. I think running back would be perfect here. Got Brandon Durham, late first rounder. He's the fastest. We'll pick him up. All right, he'll be paired up with Michael Carter. Hopefully that works out. Let's go to our next pick. And then I think we should address the defensive line. We have Christian Chamlin, AJ Hilton, he's an early first rounder. We have Eddie Lucas, who's a late first rounder. John Jones, the right guard, rejected early fourth, but he's still here, late second. We'll pick him up, considering that we need the depth. So I think that should work out. And then let's send to the end of the draft. So after those first picks, draft another running back, a guard, and a safety. So now we have an 84 offense and an 83 defense. Zach Wilson's an 83. We got Michael Carter and Durham. Those running backs. Receivers are pretty good. Offensive line is pretty set. We have Russell now starting at right guard. We have Davidson as the new center, just in case Connor McGovern wants to shit the bed. Defense, we have Blue and Gerard Davis. I'm gonna start Blue over Gerard Davis. And defense is pretty solid, I'd say. Yeah, the defense is pretty solid. So I just gotta make sure they don't cut the players that I want to keep. So let's see how that. Of course, our star running back, Michael Carter, fractured his foot the moment he's supposed to take over. Nice. That's fantastic. And we have to cut 9 players. Now that just makes life harder. We're gonna have to sign a running back. And I'm not liking our options here, but we're gonna sign Raheem Mostert to a deal just because we don't want to give a rookie the chance to start and mess up things. So that's fantastic. With Austin Walter here, we're going to just let go. Patrick Griffith, we're going to move to the practice squad. Dante Morant, we're going to move him to the practice squad. Nate Pratt is the 4th D tackle. Isaiah Harbour is the 3rd safety. Lamar Jackson, we're going to cut him. LaMichael P. Ryan, we're going to definitely cut him. Lawrence Cager. None of these guys, we don't get any values for these guys that we've been keeping. Corey Ballantyne is nah, we'll keep him. Denzel Mims, definitely want to keep. I don't want to move him just yet. We just picked up Raheem Mostert, so we're going to have to cut Sheriff Finch. And Nate Pratt's moving to the practice squad. Brian Bellamy, move him to the practice squad as well. And boom, we keep all these players. Let's upgrade them. So Denzel Mims has to break out this year in order for us to keep him. Well, without further ado, guys, let's into the playoffs and see if we do something. So we didn't make the playoffs again. We ended up going 7-9. So 2 years in a row going 7-9. We have to push ourselves over the edge. I think we have to sign someone big in this upcoming draft. John Jones unlocked a new ability though. First and foremost, let's see how we did statistically. Our offense was 10th. Zach Wilson was 2nd in passing yards and 11th in passing TDs. And our defense was 20th. Zach Wilson threw 33 touchdowns, but 20 picks though, and a 93.6 passer rating. Raheem Mostert did an alright job rushing the ball. Excuse me. Jamison Crowder, of course, 1,300 yards, 12 TDs. Corey Davis, 950 yards, 6 TDs. Elijah Moore, 881 yards, 5 TDs. David Njoku did his thing. Denzel Mims only had 3 catches for 40 yards. And Juan Chamberlain didn't really do much. So we're going to let Denzel Mims definitely go after this. Defense, DePaul led the team in tackles, which is not a good thing to see. Carl Lawson at 9.5 sacks. Sheldon Rankins at 8. John Franklin Myers at 6.5, so that's pretty good. Interceptions, Blake Cashman at 4. Blasan Austin at 2. Alright, so not too bad of a year for these guys. We finished with 84 offense, 83 defense. Let's see these guys' overalls are. Let's see what they're looking like. Offense, not too bad. So this kid Jones is looking like the real deal as he was the backup. So we're going to have to definitely start him at right guard. Not too bad for these guys. And defense, we have Timmy Blue. Timmy Blue is pretty solid, so he's going to be our Mike from the looks of it. Okay, so we're right there. We're literally right there with these guys, so let's just keep it pushing. So Chiefs, Rams this year, Super Bowl. Winner is the Chiefs. Any of our rookies? Nope. Mahomes won MVP and he just won a Super Bowl ring. We have 15 players ready to negotiate with. Zach Wilson got to definitely re-sign. He wants... Okay, they made him look terrible here, but we're going to re-sign Zach Wilson. Carl Lawson just had a breakout year. Sheldon Rankins. Oh, I want to re-sign Elijah Moore for sure. You know, it's his contract year. We get him back. LaShawn Austin has been playing pretty solid for us, so I definitely want to keep him. He's gotten a lot of interceptions. Blake Cashman has been pretty solid as well, so we got to definitely keep him. He's been a great run stopper for us. Connor McGovern we're going to let walk. Tedrick Thompson has been a okay backup safety, so he'd like to play for a new team. We're going to let him go. Corey Ballantyne, we're going to re-sign him. He's going to go into free agency. Rest of these guys, Eddie Pinero, we could sign him to the deal, I guess. But if we do, yeah, so we're just going to get a different kicker. Raheem Mostert, we're letting go. Trevon Wesco, we get him back, so we have that depth at tight end. And Ty Johnson wants a deal, but I'm not really interested in signing him back. Not franchise tagging any of these guys. Sheldon Rankins. So he hasn't done much for us, so I'm going to let him walk. And same thing with Carl Lawson. His cap is going to be too high, so we're going to let him walk as well. And Corey Davis has played pretty solid for us. He's been a great number 2. So I like that unit of him, Crowder, and Elijah Moore. So we're going to stick with that. We sign him back to the team. And then we're going to have to make some moves in free agency. So we have $24 million available in free agency, of course. J.J. Watt is a free agent, but he's a 90 just like Quentin Williams. Running back, they have Kareem Hunt here, who would be a game changer for us. But I think we need to address the D-tackle position for sure. We might need a game changer here. We got Tristan Hill. We could sign Dalvin Tomlinson to a 1-year deal. But I want to draft a D-tackle. I think drafting a D-tackle would be nice and a right end. Left side is good. Middle, we have Blue and Gerard Davis. Right outside linebacker is good as well. Corners are straight. Safeties. We could sign a number 1 corner. We could sign like Rock Ya-Sin. Yeah, we could sign Rock Ya-Sin to the deal. Change up the game. Safety, we could sign Juan Thornhill. And then Ashton could be the backup. I don't think that'd be too bad. Strong safeties, Marcus May. Kicker, Rodrigo Blankenship wants a deal, but I'm not going to worry too much about the kicker position. Running back, I think we should try to go after Kareem Hunt. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. Go after Kareem Hunt, see if we can sign him. I think he'll be a game changer for us. Tight end, we're good. Left tackle, we're good. Left guard, we're good. Center, I want to give that kid a try, so we're going to let him start. And then we're going to sign Mason Cole to be a backup. I don't think that's too bad of an option. Sign Mason Cole. Right guard, we have that kid Jones, but he's a superstar, so we're going to definitely have to start him. Definitely starting him without a doubt. And our right tackle, we just have Brian O'Neill. This is probably his contract year's coming up. So let's see if we sign these. So we get Kareem Hunt, Juan Thornhill, and Rock Ya-Sin. So we just upgraded our team a lot. That's pretty nice. So we're getting there. We're a couple pieces away. Mason Cole rejected us. We have a 5th-year option to think about. Mekhi Becton, we definitely got to re-sign him. Definitely got to pick up his 5th-year option. That's without a doubt. And then going to next week. Now we're heading into the draft. I want to get a D tackle. So we have the 11th pick in the draft. Let's see if we can find a D tackle that we like here. The 11th pick, scouted. We could get a running back too. D tackle, we have Ronald Flowers. We have Peter Hatchett, late 1st rounder. We have Derek Wilcox, mid 1st rounder. And we have Nathan Robinson, who's an early 1st rounder, and he's late. Okay, so I'm going to pick up Nathan Robinson. He's a 74 overall. He'll be next to Fatukasi, so that's fine with me. For our next pick here, I feel like I could go running back again. Or guard. There's always a good amount of guards available. But, what would I go with? What should I go with? Draft the center for competition. Draft the middle linebacker to get rid of Gerard Davis. I could do a lot of those. I can make a lot of those moves. Oh, we definitely need a right end. I just remembered. We definitely need a right end because we let Carl Lawson walk. So we got Duke Camp here as a mid 1st rounder. We're going to pick up Duke Camp, 74 overall. And then now with our 2nd pick, I want to get a running back now. I feel like a running back changes up things a lot. We got Manny Fisher, Junior Sears. Junior Sears looks like he's pretty solid. We got Corey Boyce as well, elusive back, and we also have Devontae Session. So it's between Corey Boyce and Junior Sears. I think I'm going to go with Corey Boyce. 77 overall, he's #1 in true value. So we just got the best player in the draft. So we're going to send to the end of the draft. So now we look at our draft recap. We got a tight end, a receiver, a center, a right end, and another receiver in Josh Thomas. Not too bad. Let's go to the first week of preseason. So now we got some players to upgrade, of course. John Diller is one of our best picks of the draft so far, which I'm really happy to see. And we're going to fix our depth chart of the team. So our quarterback, Zach Wilson, of course. Running back is Kareem Hunt, a big change. I'm glad we drafted a running back as well, so we have a great depth. Receivers, James Crowder, Corey Davis, Elijah Moore. Tight end, we got Njoku doing his thing. Left tackle, Mekhi Becton, of course. Left guard, Elijah Vera Tucker. Center, we have Will Davidson. Right guard, Russell's not going to start. We're going to start John Jones. Right tackle is going to be Brian O'Neill. Left end, Quinton Williams, of course. Right end, John Franklin Myers. I like that. It's a good thing we kept him. D tackles are pretty solid, I'd say. Outside linebackers pretty good. Middle linebackers are pretty solid. Yep. And then cornerbacks are good. We have Rocky Sin, who we recently signed. Lasan Austin. I'm going to start DePaul next to Rocky Sin. And then we have Juan Thornhill, who I forgot we signed as well. So, those moves being made. Let's make sure they don't cut any of our guys that we kept that we wanted. Elijah Moore gets an upgrade, of course. Going to the next week. We just beat the Packers 38-35. It was a showdown. I like it. Now that we're here, preseason time to cut. We have to cut 12 players. We just took an L to the Cowboys. We have to cut 12 players. We have Dalton Holmes, move him to the practice squad. We have Ralph Hunter, move him to the practice squad. Patrick Gifford, move him to the practice squad. Kenny Kitten, practice squad. Damian Rome. He's a bench tight end. Oh no, something to take him since we moved him there. Same with Brian Bellamy. DJ Woods, went to practice squad. Dante Morant, we'll cut him. Isaiah Harbor. Brendan Chamberlain, we're going to cut him. Darren Lee, since we have 2 right outside linebackers, they say we don't need him. We'll save $3 million by cutting him, so we'll do that. Cole Pemberton. So Denzel Mims, I'm keeping him around as that 4th receiver. Jameson Crowder is definitely not getting cut. And we have Cole Pemberton, who will move to the practice squad. And Josh Thomas will move to the practice squad as well. We also have some players to upgrade. Okay, Will Davison is our new center. Forgot about that. So now we move into the first week. And they signed 2 players off our practice squad, of course, because they had talent that no one knew about. Oh my gosh. But we'll set our season goal. This year, we want to make the playoffs. That's our goal for this year, after we made it the first year. And we have an 84 offense, 81 defense. Let's take a look at it. So Jones is starting at right guard. We have Davison starting at center. Pretty nice looking squad here. I like it. I like it a lot. And we have Kareem Hunt now. Defense is pretty good. D-line is pretty stout, I'd say. And corners are pretty solid. So this should be our best year yet. I'm thinking that. So let's advance to the first week. Facing the Colts. We take a W 33-21. I'll upgrade the players, and then we'll sim to the middle of the season. So we start off the season with a bang. We're taking a dub. So we're going to sim to the middle of the season. So, yo, we're 8-0. We're literally 8-0. We're facing the Cowboys, who won a Super Bowl recently. We're 8-0, and we have 12 players ready to negotiate. We have Quinton Williams, who wants a crazy lucrative deal, but he deserves it. He's our rock on the D-line, so we're going to re-sign him. Brian O'Neill wants a 2-year deal. We're going to definitely give it to him. John Franklin Myers has been a great depth position player, so we're going to definitely re-sign him. Ashton Davis is our backup, so he knows he's accepting his role as a backup, so that's good. We get him back. Braden Main is a punter. We get him back. Oh, he thinks he needs an upgrade. Oh my God, he thinks he's so special. Elijah Vera Tucker is our starting left guard. We got to definitely re-sign him. We got Gerard Davis, who's playing pretty solid now, so it's kind of like, do we still keep him? Yeah, we probably do have to. We got a lot of players here that we still got to negotiate with. But we have Cornelder, who's a slot corner. I don't think he's doing too much because we signed someone, so we're not going to re-sign him. Gerard Davis is only 27, so we re-signed him. Eddie Pinero, do whatever with him. Florenzo Fatukasi has a pulled groin. Wants a 1-year deal. You see, that's a problem. Bryce Hall, though, I like him as a corner, so we'll see if we can re-sign him. He thinks that needs some work. Okay, so we re-signed our big players here. So we're 8-0, leading our division. Our offense is first in the NFL. Zach Wilson is first in passing yards and passing TDs with already 27 TDs. And he has 6 picks. He has a 116.9 passer rating. Kareem Hunt has 597 rushing yards and 6 TDs. Receivers, everyone's eating. Everyone's getting their fair share of touches, which is what I love to see. And Quinn Owens has 4 sacks. We have 4 picks as a defense, so not too bad. So our offense is performing very well, very well. So we're 8-0, so we should finish the season 8-8 if worst comes to worst. But I think we make the playoffs. So damn, we beat the Chiefs 42-24. So we ended up going 14-2. We ended up taking 2 L's. Okay. We ended up taking 2 L's, but the playoff bracket we're the #1 seed, and the Saints are the #1 seed. And the Bills made the playoffs as well, as they went 11. The Bills went 8-8. The Patriots went 11-5. So Patriots were the 5th seed. Bills were the 7th. Interesting. We have the first round bye. We have an 89 offense and 84 defense now. Offense. Okay, so Jones, obviously that right guard, we did a great job by keeping him to start. Kai Becton's 93. Davison is injured though. He has a torn labrum, so he should be back in the Super Bowl if we make it. We have Jones here at right guard, is pretty solid. Zach Wilson's now 91. Kareem Hunt's a 93. Great signing. Elijah Moore is an 85 now. James Crowder's a 91. Corey Davis is a 92. Defense, Timmy Blue's a 79. Dillard's an 88. Quinn Owens a 93. Robinson's a 76. Corners are pretty solid. Safeties are pretty good as well. So let's see how we did statistically. So let's advance to next week, of course. So we get to upgrade our players. We're facing the Patriots in the divisional. Okay, so we got a division rival. Let's see what teams we lost to first. Let me see our stats. So we finished with the best offense. This man, Zach Wilson, threw 50 touchdowns and 4.8K passing yards. And our defense was 7th. Holy crap. Zach Wilson threw 50 touchdowns and 15 interceptions with a 113 passer rating. That's some Patrick Mahomes shit right there. Kareem Hunt had 1,100 rushing yards, our first 1,000-yard rusher, and 9 TDs. Jamison Crowder had 17 touchdowns, 1,300 yards. Elijah Moore had 1,000 yards and 6 TDs. Corey Davis 960 yards, 11 TDs. So David Njoku barely. Oh, David Njoku was probably injured. So okay. Defense was 7th. So Timmy Blue led the team in tackles. Sacks went to John Franklin Myers with 8. Quentin Williams with 7, and then Dillard with 6. Interceptions: Ashton Davis, Rockison, DePaul, and Juan Thornhill all had 2 apiece. And then our schedule, the teams that we lost to. So we lost to the Bills and the Steelers. Those are all the teams we lost, but we did beat the Steelers once as well. So we're facing the 11-5 Patriots. Let's see if they have Mac Jones starting for them. We have the #1 offense in the league. Mac Jones is starting at 45 touchdowns, 10 picks, so he's having a great year as well. They don't really have a running back. Receiving, they have Auden Tate and Scotty Miller. Okay, so not too bad. Defense, Bobby Wagner is who they signed. Chase Winovich at 10.5 sacks. So this looks like a pretty solid team. They have a lot of interceptions as well. They signed Adrian Amos. So this should be a good game. So it should be our offense versus their defense. Hopefully we take the dub. But let's see how well we do. We took an L, 35-28. Wow. So the #1 offense took an L. It's the defense. We lost 35-28, and now it's Browns versus Patriots. Saints got eliminated as well in the divisional. Both #1 seeds got eliminated. Damn, I was not expecting us to lose. I was not expecting us to lose that early. Damn, that kind of bothers me now. That actually bothers me. How did we lose that? They had more offensive yards than us. Mac Jones had 3 touchdowns and got sacked twice, but we had 4 touchdowns, but we threw 2 picks and got sacked 3 times. Running back wise, we had the most yards, but they had more attempts. Elijah Moore did his thing receiving the ball. Defense, Kyle Duggar and Taylor Warren and Taven Bryan got sacks on us. But they did get a lot of picks though. Stephon Gilmore and Adrian Amos. That secondary did get on us. So I guess their defense was just a tad bit better than us. Played us well. So, you know, we went 14-2. I feel like one more season should guarantee us to be successful. We have to upgrade our players. Zach Wilson got 3 upgrade points. So I think he won MVP. Will Davison's back from injury too. Seahawks beat the Browns, or Seahawks versus Browns in the Super Bowl. Seahawks end up winning the Super Bowl. Zach Wilson won NFL MVP. Aaron Rodgers won Offensive Player of the Year. And no one else, Coach of the Year went to Adam Gase as well. And Russell Wilson just won Super Bowl MVP as he beat the Browns. We have 15 players ready to negotiate with. We have Brandon Maine. It's either you take this or you don't. Bryce Hall. I'm going to let Denzel Mims walk. We have Bryce Hall here, who I like as a player, so we're going to definitely re-sign him. Fuller Runso, Fatukasi. We're going to let him walk. Cornell there, Javon Goodley. Jabari Zuniga. We'll re-sign him. Noah Dawkins. I think was a depth linebacker, so we'll definitely re-sign him. We'd like to play for a new team next year. And these guys, we're just going to probably we're just going to release them, you know? Let's release them, let them walk. Yeah, we'll just get rid of those guys. Zach Wilson's a 94 now. That's crazy. Denzel Mims we're going to let go. Sad to say, but he didn't really do much for us. Fullback, running back, Kareem Hunt, we're definitely keeping. Tight end is good. Offensive line is fine. Left end is good. We have some good DNs. Zuniga wants to walk. Florence Fatukasi. We're going to release you too. Got to adjust the D-line position again. Blake Cashman's fine. The linebacker's fine. Cornerbacks. Lassant. Who was it? Bryce Hall. He wants to walk, so. Oh no, I think we were able to re-sign him actually. Alright, so we made those moves. We went 14-2, so there's not really much we could do to the team except draft players, of course. So we have 11 million available in cap room. Running backs were good. Quarterback were good. Tight end were good. Left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle. Left end is good. D tackle. D tackle is the only position of need, but we're gonna sign someone. We're gonna sign someone for sure. Or no, we're gonna draft someone if I'm gonna be exact. Yeah, we'll draft someone, and then yeah, we're just gonna have to really build up in the draft. That's really what it's gonna come down to. So yeah, so we're gonna have to sign someone and draft someone. So that's what we'll do. Now that we're here at the draft, let's see, we have the 28th pick, of course. So I need a D tackle. We need a D tackle for the D line, of course. We have Sean Woodard, who's a late first rounder, and we have Jeremiah Peel, who's a late first rounder. So we're gonna sign Sean Woodard. He's gonna be the backup to our guy, so that's fine with me. Next pick, of course. I think we need some backups, right? I think a middle linebacker wouldn't be too bad as well. We got Kevin Walton here. He's a late first rounder. I'm gonna pick him up, provide some depth. Not too bad. If we get some depth offensive line, so there's none available here. Right end, of course, there is. You know, we could see if we could sign like a second round right end. We got Michael Richardson, who's a late first rounder, or late second rounder, so we pick him up just for depth purposes, and we'll leave the rest of the draft. Ashton Davis is back from injury. So after that, we ended up getting a quarterback, and Isaac Fox, a safety, a left tackle, and a cornerback. So obviously those are for depth purposes. So now we have an 89 offense and a 79 defense. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. So we got Jones starting at right guard, Davison starting at center, Ryan O'Neal. Tight end is good. Quarterback, we just have Fox. So I think I'm gonna try to sign like an actual backup quarterback. Middle linebacker position is pretty interesting as we have some great options. D-line is pretty solid. I mean, we need to sign a D tackle, but we can sign a D tackle. I think that wouldn't be too bad. Hopefully we can though. Got Larry Ogunjobi, provides that veteran leadership, so we'll sign him. And then we just need some outside linebackers to just back up our boys. So we got Sean Bradley here. We're gonna sign him, and then we're gonna sign Daniel Bituli. I'm only signing these guys just for depth purposes because I don't want to keep riding with these guys and not have like solid backup options. Now Rick Wagner, will sign him as a backup option as well. Then we do that. Now we're gonna sim to the regular season, look at the team, and then sim to the middle of the season and see if we could replicate that same success we had. Upgrade our players. Timmy Blue. Set season goal. Say make the playoffs. Now we're in 8, so we're 89 offense still, 79 defense. Offensive line, pretty stout. Offense is really good. We need a backup quarterback. I forgot about that. And defense is pretty solid as well too. I guess we cut Jamal, what's his name? That guy, I forget his name, but we ended up cutting him. Very, very interesting that we did that. D-line, we're missing someone. I think our guy got injured. Yeah, I think our guy got injured. Unless we just let him go. Okay. Achilles tear? Oh, you're kidding me. Damn. Achilles tear. Wow. That's not good. Achilles tear. Wow, he's supposed to be a big piece for us. Matt Stafford as a backup. I'll definitely take him. And then, just in case something happens to Zach Wilson, of course. And then D-tackle, we could sign Christian Pickens. And then we'll just move some guys out because I want to make sure that the defense can still do its thing. Patrick Griffith, Michael Richardson, Blake Cashman, no, not cutting you guys. Michael Richardson will let go, and then Patrick Griffith will let go as well. So we made those moves. So let's send to the middle of the season and see how well we're doing. So we just beat the Dolphins 45-22. Let's upgrade our players first. We just blasted the Dolphins from the looks of it. We're 5-3. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Could be better, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Mekhi Becton wants his deal, so we're gonna re-sign him. He has a pulled groin, so he's out for 3 weeks. So we should be able to get him back soon. John Dillard, we're gonna re-sign him as well. 6-year deal. We get him back. Marcus May, we're definitely letting him walk. Deion Paul, we're going to re-sign him. We're going to re-sign Blasson Austin as well. Blake Cashman is getting older, so we might not have to keep him anymore. Christian Pickens, though, I think we'll keep him around. I think this is the young D-tackle that we wanted to keep onto the team. And these backups, we're going to let him be for right now. Christopher Herndon is still that number 2 tight end that I like to have on the team, so we get him back. We do. And then we have Juan Chamberlain here. Let's see. First off, let's see how our big three are doing. Our offense is second in the NFL. We're second in passing yards. We're 23rd in passing TDs, and our defense is 23rd. Zach Wilson has 12 touchdowns, 6 picks. Kareem Hunt has 7 touchdowns running the ball, 610 yards, not too bad. Jameson Crowder is eating, of course. And Chamberlain has 1 catch for 9 yards, so that's how his season's going. Timmy Blue's leading the team in tackles and has a pick. Larry Ogunjobi has 4.5 sacks. So it's a very type year right now, but let's see. Let's send to the playoffs and see how we do. Wow, so we actually did not make the playoffs. We ended up going 9-7, but didn't sneak into the playoffs. Okay, we were 5-3, and we finished off with 4 wins, 4 losses. So Bengals were number 1 seed, but Bills were 4. So we didn't make the playoffs, going 9-7. But we didn't regress though as a team. Our offense was 5th in the NFL. Zach Wilson was 2nd in passing yards, 11th in passing TDs, and 22nd defense overall. 32 touchdowns, 14 picks. Kareem Hunt 1,000 yards, 11 TDs. Jameson Crowder, of course, 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns. A beast, of course. Defense, Timmy Blue led the team in tackles. Quinn Williams at 9.5 sacks. Dillon had 8.5. Hassan Austin had 4 picks. Okay. We're gonna speed rush this. So guys, we just traded our 3rd round pick for a left outside linebacker named Dean McCants to shore up that left outside linebacker position. And so we just made that move, and we're still figuring out pieces to add to our team. So we need a D tackle, of course. Left end is good. We have lots of guys at the left end position. I'm going to change John Franklin Myers to be a right end, so we have that situated. Offensive line is pretty set to me, though. Yeah, we're pretty set with that. They say we need a fullback, but we'll just worry about that another time. But we're going to definitely draft some cornerbacks for sure. We have $3 million available in cap room, so or $890K now. But we could sign Trayvon Bennett. I can't even freaking read. But we're gonna sign him to the deal. We're gonna lowball him, and then yeah, let's see how that goes if we get our fullback. So after the draft, this is what the team looks like, guys. Pretty solid offensive line. A great offensive line. Offense, we got Zach Wilson, of course, leading the way, our superstar quarterback. Receivers are pretty good. James Brown is going down in value because he's getting older. Same with Kareem Hunt. So this is our last year with these guys. We have Dean McCants, our new left outside linebacker, is going to be helping us out. Cornerbacks are pretty set. Quinn Williams has progressed pretty nicely, so now he's a beast. We just probably need to sign a D tackle and a strong safety. So let's see what we got here. Who's available? If we can even afford anyone. Or we could just move one of our guys over. I'd rather sign, besides signing Lonnie Johnson, I think I'd rather sign a left tackle. We can sign a young left tackle. Andrew Jordan, help out with the squad. Just so we have that depth at that position. And then D tackle. Now we could address something here. We can sign PJ Hall to the deal. We sign him. And then now we could we'll change, we'll see who has the higher hit power. The higher hit power between our safeties. Juan Thornhill is 29, Ashton Davis is 28. Strongest is, so far, looks like Juan Thornhill. Let's see who has the higher hit power. Hit power goes to Juan Thornhill, so we're going to make him a strong safety. He's going to be helping us out there while Ashton Davis finally gets to start again, because we did let Marcus May walk. So that should be, so now we're in 83. So now let's look at the team right before we get into business. This is the offense. Pretty solid I'd say. This is the defense. Pretty good. We got Juan Thornhill now. D-line's pretty good as well. So without further ado, what I want to do, we're going to sim to the midseason first and then go. Actually, let's sim to the regular season. So now that we're here, we're going to upgrade all these guys here. And then our season goal is to make it to the Super Bowl. That's our season goal. It's either that or bust. And then we're gonna use our last points on the coach. We're gonna spend the coach XP. We have 29K. We did that. Master trade negotiator, expert scouting. Let's put that on. And boom, boom. And then boom, and then boom. All right, cool. We're gonna submit that. Now that Adam Gase is a level 8 coach now, should help us out. So let's see how we perform. Let's go to the middle of this. So we just beat the Ravens 22-20. We're facing the 6-1 Browns. Okay, so we're not too bad. We're 4-3 right now. Excuse me. We got 10 players ready to negotiate. Corey Boyce is back from injury. 88 offense, 84 defense. We're second in our division. Our offense is 15th. Zach Wilson's first in passing yards and 6th in passing TDs. Defense is second overall in the NFL. Zach Wilson has 17 touchdowns, 7 picks, 70 completion percentage, 105 passer rating. Kareem Hunt looks like he's been injured, so Brandon Durham's been getting some touches. Receiving, Corey Davis is doing his thing. Defense, Quinn Owens has 4 sacks. Camp has 3.5. Okay, so our linebackers are doing everything they need to do. Deion Paul has 2 picks, so not too bad. So we're going to go weekly. So against the 6-1 Browns, I'm expecting we lose this. We ended up taking a dub, 31-21. Let's upgrade our players. We gave the Browns their second loss of the season. We're now 5-3. Kareem Hunt's back from injury. We're facing a 1-7 Buccaneers. It should be a win, but you never know with mad simulation. We took a dub, 30-27. We're facing the Bills, division rival. Let's see how that goes. We took an L 21-20, so it was a close game, so nothing to stress about that much. We're facing a 7-3 Bengals, so this should be a good match here. We took an L 38-24, facing a 6-5 Patriots. 6-5 Patriots. We have one new injury as well. Corey Davis tore his labrum, so he'll be out for 3 weeks. Should get him back before the season finale. We're facing a 6-5 Patriots. A dub here is necessary. We took an L 34-31, so we're losing a lot of games here. So it's not looking too well right now. But in the playoff picture, if the playoffs were to end, we would not be in the playoffs. It would be the Bills and the Patriots, I think. Oh no, it would be the Patriots and the Dolphins. So we have to somehow squeeze this out, see if we get some dubs. We have another new injury. Kareem Hunt broke his hand, so he's just in and out of the starting lineup. Facing the 6-6 Panthers, both things are at stake. We took a dub. Facing the 6-7 Bills, beating them would be nice. Beating them would help us out. So winning out would be phenomenal for us. Pemberton has broke his collarbone, so we're missing him out. But we have Corey Davis coming back after this week, so hopefully our guys could, Zach Wilson could lead us to victory against the 6-7 Bills. We took an L, 27-14. Damn. All right, so we need to win these last 2 games to see if we can make the playoffs. As of right now, it doesn't look like we make it. We're the third. It will just be the Patriots that would make it. So just the Patriots, and we're the 3rd seed. So we need to beat the Dolphins and the Raiders and hope that they lose, and hopefully we get a chance. If not, then we don't get a chance to make the Super Bowl or the playoffs. So we ended up losing against the Raiders, and we finished off 8-8. So we went 1-1, finished 2nd. So we couldn't really make the playoffs again, considering everyone got older. A lot of injuries happened that forced us to go this route, but we were looking pretty good. Zach Wilson is the answer. He's 9th overall, 3rd overall passing. He had an MVP season. Our defense was 3rd. A lot of injuries to our offense, though. Running backs couldn't do too much. Jameson Crowder, of course, did his thing with 1,200 yards. Defense, Timmy Blue led the team in tackles, of course. Sacks, Quinn Owens at 10. Dean McCants at 6. Got a lot of interceptions, so we probably got a lot of stops. Zach Wilson is the real deal. He did win MVP one of these years, so I'm very happy with that. Zach Wilson finishes off with a 98 overall. Kai Becton's a 95. Dillard, that youngin, is a 93. Let's see Zach Wilson, what he's done in his career. Let's see. Take a look at his stats and contracts. So we did about 6 years of a rebuild. His first year was pretty his 3rd year was pretty mediocre, but he picked it up with an MVP season with 50 touchdowns, 15 picks, pretty solid. 69 completion percentage. That was his best year yet, and that was pretty nice for him. Contracts. Oh, that's his contract. I forgot you could see that. Awards. He made the Pro Bowl. He won MVP and Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020, and he won Offensive Player of the Year in 2023 and Best Quarterback. So Zach Wilson is the answer for the Jets. I couldn't bring us to the Super Bowl. We did have one great year where we went 14-2. Well, that's just about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the video. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below what other teams want to see me rebuild. Next will probably be the Justin Fields and the Bears, so we'll stick to that. If you guys enjoyed watching, like the video, and remember, you gotta be a fiend to succeed. Peace.